quick statement here, then I'll hand it over to Lloyd. These guys bailed me out tonight. You know, I've been on our guys to stay off the referees. And then it was, you know, the mortal sin. And I got a lot of nice text messages during the fourth quarter from people that agreed with my assessment. But that's all I'll say about it. But I just want to say that this guy is a tremendous asset to this organization and to me and to our staff. I mean, this is what, the third time you've taken over and we've won, you know? So they made some great adjustments in the fourth quarter. And, you know, most of the credit goes to this coaching staff and the players. So I'll turn it over to Lloyd.
Thanks, Coach.
Or you have a statement?
What's that?
Do you have a statement?
I do not have a statement. Great win. That's my statement.
Cavs start off the fourth quarter with a 10-0 run, and then you guys, you know, pummel them the rest of the way. What kind of adjustments did you make? What did you see as the big difference from the start to the finish of that frame?
You know, I think we just needed to settle down. Obviously, losing Rick, there was a big emotional outburst from everybody. And the hardest part was it was the end of a run where we played Buddy, Ty, and I think Miles the entire third quarter. So now we're putting in fresh bodies. We lose coach, and we're trying to settle ourselves down. So that was the toughest part. And I think once we did, we put the ball in Benedict's hand, and he just did what he did. He got to the rim, he got downhill, he got to the free throw line. We just needed to slow the run down, and sometimes you just need one bucket to go in, and Ben was able to do that for us.
What did you think of the way Aaron played for you guys in the fourth and his dunk?
I mean, I'm happy for Aaron, and I think Coach has talked about Aaron a bunch of times. Just, you know, he is the ultimate team guy. He plays a role that a lot of guys in the NBA are afraid to play, which is you tell him to play the 4 and guard a big guy, great. You tell him to guard the elite scorer, great. You tell him to just go stand in the corner, great. He has no problem with any role that we give him. And for him to be a closer tonight in a game where we needed someone to close this game out, big moment. And the guys gave him a lot of love in the locker room, and I think we're all excited for Aaron.
I know Rick was the one who got ejected, but the whole staff, it felt like, jumped up on that play where the travel wasn't called. What did you think in that moment, and what was racing through your head when you realized you had to take off?
I thought I'm going to be at home tonight watching Sports Center because that's got to be the number one play of the night. You know, just happy for a guy that's been the consummate teammate and the ultimate role player, but to have a big moment is really why you work. And Aaron has put in a lot of work behind the scenes. You know, he gets traded here, and there's a little bitterness being traded for the first time, and here's a guy that just continues to work and grind. So to have a moment like that is really a special time for him.
Just to keep going on him, what impressed you about what he did the second time on Donovan? I talked to him after. He said, I didn't feel like he was physical enough the last game. He said, how did you feel like he adjusted to that?
Yeah, you know, I think he got 2 fouls early in the first quarter, and that always kind of rattles him a little bit. And he managed to escape the entire first half without picking up another foul. So then you can just play freely. He's an aggressive defender. He wants to be into the ball handler. He wants to get in underneath the guy. And I thought he tried to do that. I thought he tried to do that while he was on the floor. It's the only way he knows how to play, and if he can do it without fouling, it's even better. But when you have guys like Donovan and Darius Garland that can shoot 20, 25 times a game, that's the key isn't shutting them down. It's just making them work and making it tough for them every time they touch the basketball. And that's really all we're asking of Aaron and Drew primarily as our top 2 defenders, and knowing that we have a great shot blocker behind us.
What's racing through your mind as Rick's getting ejected and, you know,
I can't get to half court fast enough. I mean, he gets the first tech, and you're trying to get up there and get it under control. And, you know, he gave us the charge that we needed. Obviously, it was tough to lose him, and it's tough the way we started the fourth quarter. But, you know, trying to get up there and not have him, you know, get ejected from the game is the first thought. And then the second thought is, go talk to Ron and Mike and Jenny and figure out what we need to do moving forward from an adjustment standpoint and offensive execution standpoint.